welcome to the Foot Scraper channel. This is Dina from DG Podiatrist, and in today's educational video, we are going to talk about corns versus calluses. What are the differences? How can you tell what they are in terms of pain and look? So let's get to it. When looking at corn and calluses, they can appear quite similar because essentially they're both made from hard skin that's produced over time by friction and pressure. They can both feel painful depending on the way you touch them, the way you move your feet, and the activities that you do on a day-to-day basis. So how can you tell the difference between the two? Both women and men can be affected by both calluses and corns. So here are some key facts when we think about the two, and a little bit more detailed information that helps you establish whether you have one or the other. Corns can be extremely painful, and so can calluses. But when you're looking at a corn, typically, you will notice that there's some yellowing and hard skin there, but they tend to have a round, circular aspect in the middle that can be seen from the outer side, which is the area that needs to be enucleated by your podiatrist to relieve the pressure and take it out from the center. Callus, on the other hand, will also appear slightly yellow. However, it doesn't have a localized round center point that they can see in the middle. It would usually be from one side to the other and look genuinely the same all the way around. The circumference can differ, so just because you have a small callus does not necessarily mean that it's a corn. Calluses tend to be a lot larger in size and shape than a corn. Corns tend to be a lot smaller in size, they tend to be a little bit more prominent, and they can protrude from the skin a little bit more so, and they're usually well defined in the region too. Whereas calluses tend to be larger, can vary in shape, and can vary in thickness too. Calluses are usually in the areas of the highest amount of friction and typically found on the balls of the feet, on the heel, and even the sides of the little toe and the big toe. That is not to say that calluses cannot form on other regions such as the top of your toes, in between, or even at the tips. The same can be said for corns. Confusing, huh? So corns are not just on the bottom or the soles of your feet, they can be in between toes as well. And here's a fun one, guys. They can actually form underneath the nail, known as a subungual corn, whereby the podiatrist needs to remove a little bit of the nail to be able to access the corn region and remove it to give you the comfort that you desire. In terms of treatment, calluses are easier for you to treat at home than corns. If you have a callus, there are certain remedies that you can do at home to help relieve the pressure and prevent them from coming back as quickly. Corns, on the other hand, a little bit more trickier, and they do need intervention by a specialist. Corns need to be removed because they're not just sitting on the upper layer of the epidermis, they can form slightly under it, which is why it needs to be removed using a scalpel technique. Some places like your pharmacy will be offering things like corn plasters and chemicals to remove the corn. However, they are not 100% effective, and they can damage the skin around the area and cause more pain and discomfort than necessary. A corn treatment removal is safe, easy, and painless. If you're not sure what a corn removal looks like and you don't believe me about how painless it is, then check out our other videos on corn removals that are linked in the box below. Here's another fun one for you. So how can you determine whether it's a corn or callus at home? Let's use your hands and let's touch the areas that you're concerned about. So if you're touching a callus and you're touching around the area, they tend to be not painful and easy to press, but quite firm and tough. You might not be able to feel your skin as much. What does that mean? The actual experience of you pressing your foot in that area might be less heightened due to the amount of thick skin that's there, so you're not as sensitive. However, if it's a corn and you're pressing in the area, you will feel pain in that region. How painful the corn will feel would depend on how long your corn's been there for, how inflamed your soft tissue is around the area, and whether or not you've already tried home remedies at home, which may have heightened the problem even further. So let's look at corns and calluses side by side and see the key differences. You see how this one has a slight round center part which needs to be removed? That's a corn. Now you look onto this other side and you see that it's a nice little patch where the skin almost looks the same all the way around. That is the callus. Just for an example, let's add further patches of callus and corns on the foot so you can see the difference. See? Starting to make sense? Still not sure? Then make sure you ask your podiatrist. If you need help today, or if you have it yourself and you require treatment, then please have a look at our website on www.dgpodiatrist.com, and I'll be more than happy to assist you further. Thank you for tuning in today. Don't forget to comment down below, like this video, and share with your friends for anyone that's not sure. Remember, luxury doesn't stand for a postcode, it stands for education.